and it's a phrase and a term that I used in commentary. As an England team, at times we've been very guilty of defending our weaknesses rather than playing to our strengths. And you look at the plethora of attacking quality that we've got, the players that we've got, the individual talent that we've got, as well as the collective talent. It's in the attacking third. Yes, of course, we've got a good goalkeeper, we've got a good defensive system, but at times susceptible. But they showed against Croatia that going forward and attacking is the best form of defence. Don't defend what you're not good at. Do and concentrate what you're good at, and it was a perfect example of that.
The other news is Declan Rice is absolutely fine. I don't think there's anything to worry about. We're going to hear from him in a moment, but Declan Rice, Premier League winner, Champions League runner-up last season, Arsenal's Player of the Year for a second season running, and it always is interesting to hear from Declan Rice, and this is what he had to say.
I've trained every day since the last game, so I'm managing it well, it's all good.
Yeah, and with someone who plays as many matches, there's probably always something, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. I think if you asked any player who's played this amount of games, you're never going to get through them feeling 100% always. But that's the job we're in, and that's the way we play the game. So look, the main thing is I'm fit, I'm ready to go, and I feel good.
What's it been like the last few days since the Croatia match compared to the feeling and the mood that you had at other tournaments?
Yeah, positive. I think every tournament I've been at after the first game, you always want to get off to a good start. That's the key, and we did that. And we've just followed on in terms of the vibes we've had in the camp since we got here, to be honest with you. Everyone's been calm, everyone's been energetic. On the other hand, training sessions have been really good, downtime's been really good. So, yeah, we've been relaxed, we've been good. Ramped it up the training the last 2 days, focusing on Ghana because we know they're a strong team. So, it's important tomorrow we go out and put on a performance.
Yes, they've got dangers, haven't they, obviously?
Very good dangers, very good players, strong players. I obviously know a lot of their players. So, we need to be on it tomorrow. There's no easy games. If you've been watching this World Cup, which most people have, you will see there's been some shock results. And some of the teams that you probably don't doubt to get a result. And, you need to be on it from the first whistle tomorrow. So, we need to be on it.
And from tournaments the value of getting your qualification from the group done early, don't you? Which can be done here.
100%. I think Harry spoke well about that earlier before training, just saying that how important in terms of for us and how the rest of the week can look if we win. We put ourselves in a really good position, and obviously then going to the Panama game, knowing that we've qualified, but also knowing that we want to make the group 3 out of 3. So we need to build on from what we did the other night in the second half, and I'm sure you're going to see that.
Yeah, and arriving here, you found rain and quite cool conditions, actually, which might be the case again for the match.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the conditions. Obviously so far we've obviously played in one indoor with aircon, which wasn't too hot in Dallas, and then obviously just been outside now. It's raining, there's no roof, pitch is really good, so it could feel like we're in the UK, to be honest, which will be handy. So let's wait and see, and I think if it does rain, that'll be good for us.
You've been coping with hot conditions in the time that you've been here. You probably know that at home everyone is absolutely sweltered.
Yeah.
What would your advice be for them back home in hot conditions?
In hot conditions now at home?
Yeah.
Well, knowing Brits and knowing English people, when the sun comes out, everyone gets excited, don't they? So probably don't drink too much and take it easy. Just enjoy it. And so it's obviously going to be a big night again. You see the reaction the other night. We all see the videos as players, what it means back home to people in the pubs, watch-alongs for their friends. So it's a special time to play, and hopefully we can make them happy again.
Yeah, and one other thing, I noticed you've got the Arsenal Player of the Year award again, which I was interested to see who got that. You must be chuffed with that.
Yeah, I'm delighted to get it. You can't take their moments for granted. Massive thank you for the fans, obviously voting me Player of the Season again. It's obviously an honour. But I do have to say that it could have gone to David Raya or Gabriel as well. They obviously finished second and third. But I think without them this season, nowhere we would have been Premier League champions. So I think even though I've won it, I'll probably share the award just as much in my own mind with them, but just because of how good and how important they've been this season.
So there we are, England midfielder Declan Rice, who I thought, talking about how Harry Kane has spoken to the squad about the importance of winning the second match. So in the recent tournament, the last 3 tournaments, World Cup, European Championship, England have drawn the second match. And if they can win this one, the knock-on effect of that is that Tuchel could potentially make wholesale changes for the Panama match, the final group match.
Yeah, and I think he will. He will do that if the result is favourable for England. But I also think on the other side of that momentum is key. I think you take that performance against Croatia and you take the result. You don't want a dip in performance in the Ghana game. You want to take that on and you want to win every game. You know, momentum is key in a tournament, and if you can continue winning games, it's not a bad habit to be. But as you say, that second game has been pivotal recently for England in recent big tournaments. But I think in any tournament or in any league situation, if you can get into a habit of winning games, you're going to be in a very good place, because we've seen teams win major tournaments in the past that haven't necessarily kicked into gear in the early stages. You know, we've seen teams win tournaments that have lost their first game, you know, that have qualified sluggishly and gone on to go deep into tournaments. But I really do believe in momentum and carrying that through the tournament.
Just word on Ghana, who might have Thomas Partey back in the team tomorrow. An interesting front line, isn't it? Antoine Semenyo, Brandon Thomas Asante, and Jordan Ayew. I mean, that's a real mix, isn't it?
No, they've got players who can hurt England in the offensive positions without a shadow of a doubt. Semenyo, for me, one of the players of the season in the Premier League. And I think when you look at Ghana's recent record, they don't score too many goals, though. When you talk about those players, they do sit in a low defensive block, and they're a hard team to beat. I mean, they squeezed past Panama in the last game, a very late goal past the 90th minute mark. They're going to be a difficult team to break down, but they will pose an offensive threat on the counter-attack. I think we'll see them play a deep line, defensive line, and try and hold England to a goalless draw at some point. But then they're going to have an attacking threat. I think England's biggest thing will be patience. Use the creativity that they've got and try and break this Ghana defence down. But as you say, they have got very good attacking players.
Yeah, under Carlos Queiroz, who's managing at his 5th World Cup in a row.